Why is on-the-ring performance not enough without a storyline in? The match is a simulation of the story. You can't separate it from the story. Sometimes the pace of the match is very slow, but the match succeeds not because of acrobatic moves or high-level performance, but because of the simulation. Sometimes your slowness in executing the move increases the value of the match even more. Matches like CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank in 2011 weren't high-level performances with very difficult moves, but they were a great storyline. If Punk won, he would leave the WWE Championship. The storyline was great, the performance was good, and the storyline was well executed, which is the most important thing. A match like Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39 was a great storyline. Cody wanted to win and achieve his dream of becoming WWE Champion for the first time. What greater storyline could you ask for? The performance was fantastic, and the interference was logical. But what made it great was the historical context. A storyline is created within a match. The two cannot be separated. Of course, every audience has their preference, and some focus solely on the performance. But if you want real wrestling, you have to blend the performance with the storyline. There are certain shows or companies that offer a large number of story-free matches, and you can find this in Japan and even in AEW previously. There's a segment of the audience that likes this type of match, but there are downsides to these matches, and some see them as positives, such as the excessive number of finishers and their frequent use. This makes the finishers illogical. If you try 10 finishers and then get through them, it just doesn't make sense. Watch the most successful matches in history. You'll find there was a story behind them, no matter how highly critics and websites rate them. If there's no story, it won't succeed historically, not just from a fan's perspective. Even Japan sometimes used storytelling to attract audiences and succeeded, but consistency and building a company identity with a story associated with the match is what's most important. Wrestlers who delivered great performances are not considered true wrestling legends. Compare the value of a storyline wrestler to a performer. You'll find a huge difference in value because performance alone doesn't give you historical significance. Compare companies that offer entertainment with those that only perform. This is what distinguishes WWE from other companies and what made it the best company in the world, because it presents stories that no other company offers. In this way, it creates a historic company that cannot be touched. Despite our criticism of some aspects of WWE, it remains the best in recent years. Of course, it is distinguished by its production, stage, show format, and wrestlers. But what made it famous and unique is the historic stories where you can't predict or anticipate what will happen. This is what made it #1 in the world. Compare the legends of these companies to the legends of WWE. There's simply no comparison in terms of value. If you don't have legends with historical significance, then your company has no historical value. This is the difference between WWE and other companies. If WWE continues down this path, it will largely disappear. Therefore, it knows that entertainment is an attractive and important factor in the company's history and present, and it cannot be separated from reality. There are unforgettable historical rivalries such as John Cena versus The Rock in 2013 and The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar in 2014.